Well, I kind of see it more as a kind of European action film, really. Saoirse sent me the script, and she was already on board. I wanted to work with her again, and I was kind of interested in the challenges of shooting action and doing something, completely different. I wanted to kind of refresh myself, really. So, so yeah.
Did it help to have Saoirse on board as well, to kind of both you guys going into this together?
Very much so, yeah. I'm not sure I would have done it without Saoirse, to be honest with you. I'm not sure if anyone else could play that role. She's a very unique and specific talent, and so she was a large part of the decision.
And there's also a couple of extended take scenes which you revisit that in your film so far. So I wondered what kind of makes you keep coming back to that kind of thing. What do you like about it?
Often necessity, really. Often if I haven't got enough time to shoot a whole montage sequence, I'll try and cover it in one shot. And they've just become more and more kind of developed, and but also I kind of really enjoy the fun of them. It's great fun to set up and set up one of those shots, and all the crew kind of get really excited and engaged, and so they're fun. There's a kind of element of showmanship to them, I guess.
You've got the Chemical Brothers providing sort of the soundtrack for this. I wondered kind of how are they different to working with a normal composer, and how important is music to your films as well?
It's kind of vital, really. I mean, I'm a music lover, and it was different in the sense that when you're working with an orchestral score, there's a very clear division between music and the rest of the sound effects. With this, I was able to blur that distinction, and so sound effects would become music, and music would be then used as sound effects, and so that was really fun to kind of create a far more integrated oral landscape.
It's kind of happened quite a lot recently. Tron Legacy had Daft Punk, Joe Cornish has Basement Jaxx, you have this. So I wonder, is there any other kind of group that you really like that you'd kind of like to do the same thing with?
I don't know. I'm not sure, really. I mean, I've known the Chemicals for a long time. I've known them for nearly 20 years now, and so it was very specifically that I wanted to work with them rather than just any old dodgy techno band.
Cool. And how was the experience of making this? Does it kind of tempt you to go back and make a similar film like this, or?
Maybe in the future, one day. I mean, next I'm going to be shooting an adaptation of Anna Karenina. So again, it'll be very different from Hanna. But maybe in the future I'd make another sort of action movie.
Who's on board for Anna Karenina as well?
Keira Knightley and Aaron Johnson and Jude Law and Kelly MacDonald, and we're kind of slowly putting the cast in place now. Okay,
it's all happening this year. Hope to shoot this year.
Yeah, in September.
Okay, fantastic. Anything else, or is it that your all-consuming thing at the moment?
No, that's pretty much all-consuming. Yeah. Tolstoy's enough to be getting on with.
Is it always kind of one film at a time with you? You always don't like to have multiple
really.
things?
I wish I could kind of multitask like that, but generally I tend to just sort of once I make a decision, I focus on that project.